So I did just finish the Act 3 final boss on Hell 50. As you can see on the right, Ascension complete. It was kind of ridiculous, so I kind of wanted to share what I was doing because with every single run through, I've played a different build, and this one kind of busted through my expectations. Like, in my last run, saw Relic where I was like, I want to play around this, and now I did, and it is so goddamn broken. It's insane. Like, it's completely insane. And, well, you see, I have a couple of Sound the Guards, but they are level 1. They really just are here to be there, and I am running a Relic where, with the spell, I can double the amount of my guards. This is pretty cool because then we have 8, which is nice. And also I'm running Holy Rosary. Well, when I'm using Holy Rosary, all of my guards are, well, shooting out the Holy Rosary ball because I'm running the Relic that says so. And yeah, this already is kind of cool, and I played this version in my second run through where I played a lot of minions and then just Holy Rosary on movement, where they, when I run around, would spawn Holy Rosaries, which is quite cool. And I was like, yeah, this is quite cool. I have like 9 summons, and that's a lot of balls. And well, it was not a lot of balls because there's a relic that is somewhat interesting. It is Toll of the Dead. The old bell spawns 1 Spirits of the Canudos Catholic Guard for 10 seconds. Which means that we spawn a bell, we are up to 5. And when we double them, we are up to 10, because the ability Summon the Guard from the Call of the Guard doubles the amount of guards, which includes the spawned guards from the old bell. Now, we can put quite a couple of those there, and then we double them, and then we make a lot of bots. And the only thing that is limiting us is, well, the game engine and mana. And for mana, we have a Constellation that says that when we're depleting our mana, we spend all of our Vigor stacks, which we build up by taking damage, to reduce all of our mana cost to 0. For 2 seconds per Vigor stack, up to 10 seconds. Which means that we basically do not have mana costs. Also, let's quickly go over the things. We have a lot of crit damage, we have a lasso, we have constant orbit rate, and we have a lasso on crit. We have the Rosary around us, we have the Summon Guard doubles, we have an all resistance thing to Relic to, well, give us all resistance and crit and stuff like that. We have Looking Glass, mostly just for crit damage. And then we have some stuff like Bloody Doll, which gives 10% spell damage, or I mean it scales per level, but it gives an amount of spell damage per active summon, which is kind of ridiculous because we sometimes have like 30 summons, which means that this gives like 300% more damage. And then we have like more damage against blighted enemies. I was kind of running out of relics, you know. But also Bread Necklace, that every 12 meters this could, like on a peripheral, could with fully upgrade go down to every 5 meters, which is insane. But you kind of don't get there at all. Like, I mean, I could upgrade it now, but this also is not peripheral, so it only goes to 11, and it could go like to 5 or 6 or something on peripheral with like all the upgrade stuff. But then the one that really excited me was when I realized there's a rare that gives multiplicative summon damage on a small slot that stacks. Like, this is completely insane. We currently are at 3.8k base damage due to all of the multipliers, and when we just take one out, we drop to 2.6, and then we drop to 1.6. So just these 2 small slots go from 1.6 to 3.8k base damage. Like, this is so ridiculous. Like, if I had to do this again, like, I would hoard these so much. Like, they are kind of rare, and I'm not actually sure if I found more than these 2 on my entire run. But if you find these, like, they are absolutely disgusting, because it's a multiplicative scaling insane amounts on a small slot. Like it's so much damage. And that's basically the idols, the relics. And for the weapon, I went with skill projectile amount. If you don't have a weapon with above 100%, or above 99, like 100 or more percent skill projectile amount, you don't want to use it. You then want to go with the blessing path of crit chance, crit damage, projectile damage, less damage, 100% increased projectile amount, because then you get the double cast. But if you get the revolver with 100% increased projectile amount or more, then you want to use the revolver and not the blessing anymore, because it would push you down to 180% amount of damage. This is about 200% damage, and the normal one, the blessing alone is like 130%, 40, something in that direction. So you want to run the blessing until you have the revolver, and then you want to run the normal crit damage blessing and stuff like that. Then we have lifesteal, base damage, and then a lot of resistances, endurance, like really defensive, because it's very tough to get your resistances up on Hell 50 because you have so much minus resistances that you actually need a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's basically how the character plays. We have a lot of Constellation stuff here because I just have tons of points due to being in Hell 50. But I've just picked gold stuff and marksman stuff that doesn't even apply to my build because I'm stupid. And then we have agility points and crit damage and more agility stuff. The only really important ones that you really want to have is Orgun. And then after that, later you want Jasi, because it gives lightning resistance reduction, and then Jasi, the moon gives, when you have your lasso trigger, it does give basically another 25% reduced lightning resistance, which is very, very good. And yeah, that's pretty much the most important ones. I do like the agility ones and the crit damage ones and everything. And actually, I do really grow to like the gold ones because that's actually insane. It's like this thing here has 40% gold in there, which is quite ridiculous. And then what really nice is Sao Languino, which is defeating a rare monster gives you a magnet basically, which attracts gold and loot and stuff like that. And then just went for damage because I just had points and didn't know where to go with them. But I just want to show you quickly an Act 3 run. Can I not enter this? I don't want to ascend now. Oh wow, I cannot actually play my character. Oh, I don't want to. No, let me play. Okay, this is actually very annoying. Then wait. This is annoying. Where we quickly can jump into my VOD. This is crazy. I didn't know you could not run further. Otherwise, I would have made the video before finishing the act. But actually, I cannot play the character anymore. So here there we were playing Magic, and here I was finishing my run, where I basically just ran through and deleted the enemies. This is a little scuffed now because we don't have sound, but I want to show the boss fight. Okay. I wanted to show this boss fight because this one was kind of insane in particular. Because like he melted so hard, and then we jumped to the final boss and just checked the final boss fight. But it basically is just complete annihilation. And really, I'm holding back quite a bit here because earlier I was doing a run where I just blasted through with my belts and everything. And the game was crashing like every other instance. Like I had to wait like a minute until the game was back on track and like started to respawn again, and I could finish my run like every other area, and it was so insane. Like it's just, I don't know, just completely crazy build that the game engine just can't handle, I suppose. That's quite crazy. And also it's like really laggy. I'm like half the time I'm playing on like 10 FPS. And I kinda have a decent PC, like it's not bad. Yeah, I'm just standing on a like dot field, which I don't have great defense against, because I don't believe there's great defense against dot fields aside from like heavy region. But yeah, kinda insane. Basically the dot fields were the only thing that could realistically kill me, because I had so much leech due to like all the hits and everything. And before this run, actually, I did reset my stuff while playing Magic, and was then just fiddling around a bit, and then started a run and completely forget to get back my points in. Like I was doing a run with only having what's called with like 30 or 27, I think, open points in my Hell Bell, and had like he's just exploding, like the 5 billion HP, like completely gone, annihilated. And I didn't notice until like floor 11 or 10 or something, when I was like, wait, this seems odd, like my cooldowns are way too low. And that was, well, because I just had no cooldowns, because all my skills were level 1, and I still annihilated the floor entirely. Like, it's completely insane how strong this build is. And it's really fun. Like, you can play it basically from the beginning, but more or less from the beginning. You have to kind of get into it, but it's kind of difficult to say when, because, well, the relics are random and everything, so you're kind of getting into it over time. And yeah, I'm just precasting some belts, but I don't have a lot of mana if I didn't take a lot of damage here. And you can see that the enemy isn't really hitting me, because the boss doesn't really do anything, so my damage doesn't ramp because I just don't have mana. But it still annihilates them like entirely. It's completely insane how much damage this does, while still being practically immortal against pretty much everything the game throws at you. It's very, very insane, and there the boss is done. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show. I guess we're going to ascend further. But now I have 75 points. Though I do have to say Ascension 50 currently is not really Ascension 50. I do think 35 currently is the cap. Because a lot of nodes further down here just don't work yet. Like you see, you have +0 starting runs and get -0 runs after completion. Like, it's yeah, they just don't work yet. Like in the next update, I do believe they want to finish the Hell tree, but yeah, it's kind of insane. So yeah, still quite strong and very, very interesting. But yeah, that's everything I want to talk about. So thanks for watching, and see you in the Gauntlet that's launching tomorrow. So if you're playing PoE, that is. But yeah, have a good night or day or whatever it is for you.